Hi and welcome back to Shasha Education. Today we are going to learn how to write an answer on demand in depth. The answer is going to be of 8 marks and I'll tell you the marking scheme. What all things are you expected to write in this particular answer? The very first thing here, if you notice, we are it's an 8 marks answer and the first thing is meaning. Second thing is a table. Third thing you expect to write are the graphs. That is, draw the graphs basically. Explanation of the graph is very important. Students, you get extra marks for that. That gives you marks. And assumption. This is the pattern which you need to follow when you're writing a long answer of 8 marks. Now, let us quickly understand what is demand and how do we draw the graph. The very first thing here, you can see price and quantity. So as you all know, what is demand? Let us understand. Higher the price, lower the quantity demanded. Lower the price, higher the quantity demanded. In simple words, this is all what is demand. So for example, if a product is of 100 rupees, the quantity we will buy might be only 5. But if the same product's cost goes down to 80 rupees, we might buy more quantity. That is, we might buy 6 or 7 as the quantity. So if you notice, when the price is higher, we are buying less of quantity. But when the price of the product goes lower, the quantity which we are going to buy is going to be more and more. So that is something which is called as demand. Now, demand has an inverse relation, which you would have heard every time. Now, let us understand, students, what is exactly inverse relation. Inverse means something which is opposite to each other. So if you can see here, these two arrows are opposite to each other. Opposite to each other means when the price of a particular commodity goes up, the quantity is always going to go down. When the price is going to go down, the quantity is always going to go higher. So that is called as inverse relation. They work in an opposite position. They do not work in the same position. So price and quantity both will never go up, nor the price and quantity both will go down at the same time. So that is called as an inverse relation, which means, students, inverse relation means opposite relation, which I'll just write here for you. Opposite relation. Okay, then let's go to the next part and draw the graph. Now, this is the table you're expected to draw when you're drawing a graph. The table is not going to be given in the question. We are supposed to draw it. Price, quantity. 50. Well, if we just saw what is demand, so when the price is higher, the quantity is lower, students. So when the price is 50, we are going to buy 1. When the price is 40, we're going to buy 2. And when the price is 30, we are going to buy 3. So on, when the price is 10, we are going to buy 5. That is what we are supposed to write in our explanation as well. Okay. Now let us go ahead and understand the other parts of this particular thing. Now, as we go ahead, let us draw the graph. Now, as you all know, price. Now, how to remember, students? Quantity is always this way and price is always this way. So if you do not remember where is quantity and where is price, remember a wiper. The down part is always the quantity and the upper part is always going to be the price. Okay. So quantity is going to be on x-axis and price is always going to be on y-axis. There's going to be no change how much ever graphs you do in life. Now, the next thing is, when the price was 50, the quantity which we bought was just 1. So you have to simply draw here. Again, you do not get graph papers. You're supposed to draw on the graph only. So this is the first part, that is just to add up a tinge. We will add a star here, but you have to mark a 0 point here. Okay. For you to understand, I'm marking a star. Now, what is our rule, students? Higher the price, lower the quantity, lower the price, higher the quantity. So if you see, when the price was 50 of the commodity, we are buying only one. But when the price of the commodity is going to be 40, we are going to buy two. So again, when the price is going lower, we are buying higher of the quantity. So we have got two. So there's a second star here. Star, again, you don't need to draw a star, but you need to draw a dot here to show that the demand curve is sloping downward, student. Same goes with here when the quantity is going down, when the price is 30, the quantity we buy is higher, so it's going to be 3 here. Okay, again a star, that is your dot to show that the quantity is going lower. We go ahead and we plot the next. The price is going down, we are going to buy more and more, students. So that is how we buy this 4. Again, when again a star, that is your dot which you're going to show. And the last part, that is the price. When the price falls to 10, students, the quantity which we are going to buy is going to be 5. That is going to be the last part. That is again a star, means a dot. So if you seeing all the dots, we come to know that the price is falling, falling, falling. So this means that the demand curve slopes downward, students, from left to right. So we will write D here, that is a demand, and D at the end, that is a demand. So D is the demand curve. Do not forget to name the demand curve. That is very, very important, students. You get marks for that. So if you notice, a demand curve is sloping downwards towards down, and therefore this is how you're supposed to draw your demand curve. And then you're going to explain this demand curve the same way where we explained here when the price is going down. So we will write, suppose when the price of a commodity was 50, we bought quantity 1. When the price of the commodity became 40, we purchased quantity 2. So on, when the price went lower to 10, we bought more of the quantity, that is higher of the quantity 5. This is all you need to explain in your demand answer, and you can sum it up. I hope you have understood the answer, students. That's it for today. Thank you so much. Have a great day ahead.